right behind me, I've got the 2026 Cadillac Escalade ESV-V Sport. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so reviews just like this. If you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also thank you to Applewood Cadillac for allowing me to review this beast here. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models you can get with the Cadillac Escalades, the safety features that you do get with the V Sport here, the engine specs. I'm also going to show you how this beast sounds. I'm also going to talk about the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing. Okay, so in terms of the different models that you can get when it comes to the Cadillac Escalades, first off, you can choose from 2 different drive types, and then you have all of these different models that you can pick from. So I think there's one for everyone. And in terms of the safety features that you do get with the ESV-V here is a list, and as you can see, you do get quite a few safety features. Now, in terms of what powers this V here, this thing is a monster. It has a 6.2 liter supercharged V8 engine, producing 682 horsepower and 653 pound-foot of torque. If you're wondering about fuel economy, well, I think if you're getting this, I don't think you really care about that. And if you're looking to tow with this, well, you're looking at about 7,000 pounds with the ESV. And even underneath the hood here, you do have the V badge. And I'm quickly going to throw up the window sticker for this Escalade V here because it does have the Onyx package added to it. So you're gonna notice a lot of the blacked out trimming, even though this vehicle is already in black. All right, let's start off in the front of this monster here. This thing just looks insane. Like, imagine this coming down the road at night. This just looks crazy. Now on the bumper here, you have a bunch of stuff going on. First off, you kind of have like this lower grille area with the pockets in each of the corners. You've even got the splitter on the bottom here on the bumper, which add an aggressive look on this vehicle. Even though it doesn't need it, this just adds it on top of that. In the center here, you do have a sensor, and if you look way down here in the corner, you do have your night vision camera system. And of course, you have the typical front safety sensors that run across, and then you just get into this gorgeous gloss black grille. Look at the designing that they've done with this. I am really digging this. And if you notice, there is lights around the grille, so this is illuminated, and like I was saying, at nighttime this thing looks menacing. Even your Cadillac badge here is illuminated. As you can see around here, there's also a front-facing camera, and then you have these gorgeous lights. So you have your turn signals up here, and then your LED daytime ones, and then your typical lights right here. As you can see, there are a ton of bits and pieces in there. And the front end is probably my favorite on any vehicle, just how mean this thing looks. All right, now coming to the side of the ESV V here, as you can see, this thing is massive. This is the extended version, obviously, but man, this thing can haul a family, and of course in style. Now up top, this has one of my favorite things on a vehicle, which is the dual pane panoramic sunroof, and even your roof rails. You have them in gloss black. Even around the windows is a ton of gloss black. I really like how down here you have gloss black rather than that rubber look, and your door handles are body color. Not only that, you even have illuminated lights on this. Now, these are not your typical door handles where you just pull them out. There's actually a button inside right there. When you do press it, that's how you open up the door. And even the unlock and lock here, you have the nice Cadillac symbol. And then moving to the side mirror here, you have it all blacked out. There's no black plastic or anything, so you have black everywhere. There's also the turn signals built in and the side mirror cameras. Now this has cameras all around the vehicle, and I'm going to show you that on the touchscreen inside. On the side here, you will find your V badge, and now you can't tell because again, this is in black, but the trimming here is also gloss black. Plus this does have the power side steps, so when you do open up the door, they do pop out just like that, and when you do close the door, they sit nice and flush against the vehicle. Now coming to the front here for the wheels, first off, up here you do have your marker lights, and then these gorgeous wheels. So you do get these with the Onyx package, and these are your 24-inch gloss black wheels. You've got the massive red brakes inside because this thing is insane. But yeah, these wheels are so nice. Just look at how nice it looks. And if I do take a step back, with this thing being in black, even the wheels gloss black, this is very cool. Now coming to the back here, even here you have the Cadillac badge. Okay, swinging around to the rear, just like the front, the rear is also very menacing looking. Down here on your bumper area, you do have your very nice sounding quad exhaust system, which I'm going to show you in a second. In the center, this thing does pop out, that little piece, revealing your hitch. You've also got the reflectors back here, the rear safety sensors, and then you move into your tailgate area. So on here, you're gonna have the blacked out Escalade badge, and then the same badge that you saw on the front, and another V badge. Also back here, you're gonna find your backup camera and a digital mirror camera. And as for the rear tail lights, I really like how these look. These things are massive, and just like the front lights, these are also very good looking. And up top here, you do have like this spoiler built in with a brake light, and your wiper is actually hidden away inside, so you get a nice clean look back here. And if that wasn't enough, you can also open up your glass area separate. So if you want to do that, I can just do it off the key fob here, double tap, and it unlocks. So opening this up gives you a little bit of easier access to get stuff in and out. Or if you have things sticking out, you can definitely open up just the top area. And now let's open up the tailgate, and it's a very unique way that you open it, because all you do is just press the Cadillac badge and it opens. This is power opening, obviously, if you are getting a V series. So back here, this is a 3-row SUV, and look at the space that you have. There is a ton of room to carry all of your family members, all of their cargo, everything. You can just jam pack back here. And even down here, you have the nice chrome protectors that say Escalade. And if I go ahead and lift up the bottom carpet area, you have space here, but I can lift it even more and it has more space. Not too much, but you can still fit quite a few things underneath. You've also got the nice AKG sound system in this, so definitely nice. And on this side, you do have an outlet right there, and then all of your seat controls. Now, keep in mind, for the second row seats, you can only fold them down, but for the third row seats, you can fold them down and back up. Okay, now let me do a startup on this and show you how this thing sounds. All right, let's check out the interior on this ESV-V and see what we have going on. Now, inside, it's an all black interior, but you do have bits and pieces that do stand out. So down here, you have a bit of space and then a water bottle area. You've got a massive, massive speaker right there and more chrome trimming around that. You have another speaker up here, but I love the plating on this in this aluminum finish. And here you have soft touch material with the white contrast stitching. And then moving up here, more of the white contrast stitching, aluminum trimming, and then this beautiful carbon fiber trimming. You're gonna notice this all throughout the interior, and even around your door handle area, there's a ton of gloss black. And another thing that you will notice, if you are gonna be using this as a family hauler, look at how much the doors open up. So you have very good access if you are using a car seat or anything like that to maneuver around here. And another thing to note is these doors are very, very light, and they are soft closing, obviously, but yeah, even when you open up the door, they're very easily opened. All right, let's check out the interior. Now, I'm gonna start off in the third row, and then I'll come to the second row. So in the third row, I'll show you what the seats look like, the legroom, what you get back there, and also the headroom. So in order to get back there, very, very easy. On the second row seats, you do have these two handles. The first one here is to move this seat forward and backwards. The second one is to actually fold it down and up. But if you are lazy like me, there's an easier way. Don't worry, guys. There is a button here. So if I do press this, it is gonna fold the seat down just like that. And if I press the button again, it's gonna pop up the seat just like that. And then you have access to the third row. So back here, I really like how these seats are designed. Like, look at how cool these look. The center is very nicely done with all these bits and pieces. You got the perforated middle, back sections, everything, the white piping, stitching, all that good stuff. Now I'm gonna jump back here and show you the legroom, the headroom, and what you get back here. So first off, I just wanna touch on the thigh support here. It's not all that bad. I've sat in 3-row vehicles where back here, this thing is very, very low, but in this, it's very manageable, and you can definitely go on long road trips. But I think back here, mainly kids will be the most comfortable. And once you do pop up the second row seat, now look at the legroom I have. Now, to be fair, this seat can be moved back a little bit more, but even let's say you move it up to here, you still have a ton of legroom. And because you get the captain's chairs in the second row, this whole area is open. You can stretch your legs, you can get in and out from here, whatever you want. You have so much room. Now, in terms of the headroom here, a ton of headroom. Like, look at all that space. I'm also wearing a hat. I am 5'11", so with all of that, I'm very, very comfortable back here in terms of headspace. And back here, you will find a spot for your water bottle, some space here. You do have this soft padding for your elbow, a USB port, and then it's the same thing on the other side. I really like that they did this because you're not fighting with the people back here when you're charging your phone. And if you want to get out of here, well, it's the same way. You just press the lazy button, down the seat goes, and you do it one more time, and the seat pops up. All right, now let's check out these second row seats. So I'm gonna show you the seats, the legroom, the headroom, all that good stuff. Now, these are captain's chairs, like I was mentioning, so you do get your very own armrest here. And just look at the designing. Here's a closer look This just looks very nice and premium. You got the perforated bottom, back sections, the piping, the stitching. Now the seats back here do come heated, and also you have this nice badging in chrome on both of the second row seats. And not only that, like I was mentioning with this handle, if you pull it up and lean back, you can actually recline the second row seats, so you can be very, very comfortable in this. And even down here, you got this nice chrome door sill piece that says Escalade and is lit up. Now let me jump back here, show you the legroom and the headroom. All right, jumping in, legroom wise, I have no issues. You can even adjust the driver's seat more, but yeah, legroom wise, I'm very, very good. And even the headroom, just like the second row, I am super good back here. Third row, second row, whatever row it is, I am happy. Now on the rear console area, you have all of your heating and cooling controls, including the heated seat controls here. So just like that, it turns on, and you do have space here. If I pull this out, you have your cup holders, and then way down here, you're gonna have a bunch of USB ports, HDMI ports, and an outlet. And not only that, but you do have screens back here on both of the sides, and to turn it on, you're just gonna tap it just like that, and here it is. So on here, you can do web browsing, HDMI 1, 2, you've even got vehicle status. So here you can see the speed, fuel range, and trip information. Under the headphones here, you can also connect your headphones or use the cabin speakers. And then this is the home page, and then just your settings. So nice entertainment system back here for the kids or even adults. Now behind the driver and the passenger seat, you do have soft touch all around here, but all of this is hard plastic, but you do have your storage compartments on both of the seats. All right, let's head to the front and see if anything is different. So opening up the door, I really don't see much of a difference up here. Everything is pretty identical. Other than down here, this area is designed a bit different than the rear. And then you just have your window controls, side mirror controls, and then the driver memory seat controls. Now let's check out the front seats. These are identical to the third row, the second row. Everything looks very, very nice. But up here, you do have speakers in your headrest on both of them, which is very cool. And not only that, the front seats come heated and ventilated, and you have a built-in massage feature. And then on the side here, you have all of your seat controls, and then this button right here activates that massage feature. And then the same door sill piece up here as well. Underneath, nothing too crazy, just your premium looking foot pedals. Here is the hood latch release. And moving up here, you have your electronic parking brake, trailer brake controller, cluster dimmers, different modes. You can also lower and raise the vehicle, the suspension, so that's pretty neat. And then you have a nice little V badge here. Even on the side, you have this Easter egg, and you'll notice when you do enter, you have all of the aluminums, the carbon fiber, and this nice looking speaker on both of the sides, and your steering wheel is power adjustable. As you enter inside here, your dashboard is very, very unique. You've got like the hard soft material here, and then you kind of have this whole section. Now it looks like a speaker, like the whole thing looks like a speaker, but it's not. It's only in certain spots. And this also has my favorite feature, which is the heads up display. You've got a speaker here in the corner and then the other side as well. And you'll notice the roof and even the pillars, all of that is covered in suede. And then you get into this insane looking screen setup. Look at how massive this is. It goes all the way down there. And then all the way here, you have your cluster area, the touchscreen, and the passenger screen as well. This is a 55-inch screen real estate. This thing is insane looking. So on here, in your cluster area, you can view all sorts of different things, and it's all controlled through here. So if I just press down on this, here it is. So I got the gauges, you can see Google Maps. So if I click into that, you get the full Google Map view. If I press down, there's also the driver assistance setup, which you can see. And then if I click down, you've also got the night vision. So that's what that looks like once it does start up. And then if I go down, you've also got the augmented reality camera. Look how cool that looks. And then as for the steering wheel, you got the soft touch material, the contrast stitching. You've even got this here and this for your hands-free driving. And the middle part here does monitor the driver for drowsiness or anything like that. And then on the steering wheel, you got a ton of gloss black. You've got the V badge here and another Cadillac badge down here, and then this nice looking aluminum trimming. So on the left here, you've got your M for your manual shifting, and then you've got all of your cruise control settings here, your follow distance. You've also got the hands-free cruise control there, and then this V badge, if you press it and activate it, this unleashes the full power of this. And then the other side has your cluster controls, volume, seat controls, phone controls, music, Bluetooth, all that good stuff. And even behind the steering wheel, you'll notice the paddle shifters, obviously. And then further back, you have your front and rear wiper controls, high beams, and indicators. And the other side has your gear shifter. Now over on the center armrest area, you got soft touch material, the piping, the stitching, and even this cool looking aluminum Escalade badging here. And opening this up, you do have a cooler in here. Yes, you've got a built-in cooler to keep all your drinks cooled. It even has a light inside. You've got USB ports here, which is pretty neat. And then before I touch on the center here, I just want to show you on the side. You've got more of the contrast stitching, the carbon fiber, and even space down there. And you'll notice that on the passenger side. Now on the center console here, you've got quite a few things going on. First off, you have space here, hazards, auto hold, and then here is your climate to quickly turn it on or off. And then you have controls here as well for the touchscreen if you don't want to physically touch the screen. And then even here, ton of carbon fiber, more of this chrome bezeling here with the nice designing. Plus obviously your cup holders. You've got a wireless charging area over there. And then behind this screen, you have more space, a USB port here, and even on this side, you've got a USB port. All right, now let's touch on the screen here because you can do quite a few things here. If I go to the first one here, this is going to open up your seat stuff. So your temperature, massage, and position. So under the temperature section, you've obviously got your heated seats, the vented seats, and you can do the same thing for the passenger side. And then you can also control the rear seats, which is pretty neat. Then under the massage feature, here's for the driver and for the passenger. So you've got a bunch of ones to pick from, also the intensity. And if I go to position, I can also adjust the seat from here, and same thing for the passenger side. Now, if I go to this here, this is your climate control for the front, and then I can also control the rear. The next one is for the airflow. So you got all the selections here. And again, I can do the same thing for the rear. Next is, again, it comes to this. And then if I go under controls, this is what pops up. So you have a bunch of things here, and even your power assist steps, everything's here. But if I go under park here, you have your park assist, rear automatic braking, auto park assist, your cameras. And then under doors, here you can unlock, lock, child lock, and then here is how you open up the glove compartment. But there's many ways to do it. You can even do it from the touchscreen. So yeah, don't worry about that. But if I go into the settings here and I go to go settings, it's gonna pop up the stuff here. So I can either have this set to like brake to close the door, manual doors, all that. So you can definitely customize how you want to open up the doors, which I think is very cool. Now let's head back down here. Next is this little light bulb. So this is for your headlights. There's no physical controls. It's all done through the touchscreen. Next is the lane keep, and then you have your camera. So this is what the camera system looks like on this. Let me just go to the front one. So you have your standard, you got your bird's eye view, the front camera. There's also the overhead angle, and then the side mirror cameras. It's the same thing for the rear. The only difference is you have a hitch camera as well. And then here is the trailer one. So you got the side, and everything else will come up once you do have your trailer connected. And then you have your settings. And yeah, that's it for this screen here. And then when you move into the dashboard, you got more aluminum and then a ton of gloss black, which is pretty cool looking. And then you get into your touchscreen. So let's go in here and let's exit out of the cameras, exit out all of this, and see what we have. So here's what it looks like. You got page number 1 and page number 2. So going to the first page, going under vehicle status, similar to the rear entertainment screen like I was showing you. It's a little bit similar in terms of what you can see, but obviously this has much more information. So you got your vehicle here and then a bunch of plus signs. So whatever I click, let's say I click this, it's going to show me my oil life, and everything else has different bits and pieces of information about the vehicle. And then you have your maintenance here. So your stuff, all the things that you need to know about is right here. Next is the gauges. So all the necessary ones. And then you have your trip information. Now let's exit out of this. Get to the home page. There's also My Cadillac, Google Assistant, Play Store, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, the cameras, which I just showed you, and then trailering. Under here, you can add a new trailer, use a guest trailer, use accessories, all of that good stuff. And then heading back, there's also the settings, which you have on any vehicle, so you can customize that. And then you have ambient lighting. Obviously, this is the highest trim, so you're gonna have ambient lighting. You can customize different things, brightness, styles, modes, all that good stuff. Let's head back and swipe over. You've also got the auto park assist, Wi-Fi hotspot, recordings. Under audio, you're gonna have your AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, USB, and news. Heading back, there's also the maps, like I was showing you in the cluster. You can see it here as well. This does have Google Maps built in. Heading back again, you got the phone section. Here's the entertainment hub, so you can control the screens in the back and even the passenger screen. And then if we head back, then you just got news. Here is a key fob for this Escalade V. I really like how you have the red back here and the V badge. And then up here, you have your mirror, but then it's also a digital mirror. And then further up here, you have your interior camera, so you can turn it on or off from here. And then right here is to control your tailgate, how much you want to open it. This is for the third row to fold them down and back up. You've also got the interior lights, of course, the sunroof controls, sunshade controls, and then the SOS and OnStar. All right, let's come around to the passenger side and let me show you what you get on this side. So like I was saying, on the driver's side, there's space on this side, but in here, you have USB port and an HDMI port. And then you have your screen. So let me show you what you get on this screen. It's similar to the rear entertainment system. Now, in order to open this, it pretty much just detects you. But yeah, you can also touch the screen. It's the same stuff here: HDMI, vehicle status, your headphones, settings, web browser, but you get it all here. So that's pretty cool that you get it in the back, in the rear entertainment, and the passenger has their own screen. Now to open this, like I was saying, a quick shortcut just on the touchscreen here, you just click that and then that opens. And here is the window sticker for this Escalade V. The pricing that you see is in Canadian dollars. Well, that does it for the review on this 2026 Cadillac Escalade ESV-V Sport. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this beast?